What's up, party people? Welcome to Enter the Realm, Episode 8, the ROC podcast, Realm of Collectors channel. Tonight, we are live on our very own channel. Our hand was forced, but forced in a good direction. We have a 6-person panel tonight. Going from my left to right, I've got Mr. Daniel.
Hey, y'all.
We've got Jisk in the house.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me.
Got J. Ruse in the house.
Yeah, at J. Ruse, Ace Milo, in case you didn't recognize me today without my hat and my glasses on.
Shut up!
I'm just saying.
Shut up!
Hi, how you doing? Ace Milo.
We got
We've met many times before, Ace.
Shut
How
up!
you doing?
we've got Mark here with us.
Shut up.
And as always, we've got Eddie Dustmites.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. What do you guys think of the new digs? Fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, marble countertops.
The marble granite. You know, we know it really would have went out if we had some
Needs more girls.
I need a.
Hookers are below.
I'm gonna bless it by the end of tonight.
Are we getting a bidet? I want a bidet. And my name's Chris, everybody, if you didn't catch that. You can find me at Pinkerton on Instagram. So real fast, let's go into some what did you get this week? Daniel, what did you get this week? Anything awesome? Anything cool?
I got a bunch of trades. I got the new Deathstroke one today, and I picked up skids for my Lost Light crew, so quite a big comic haul, and with one toy coming in, so it's good.
Jisk, what'd you get?
I got a couple of little things. I got the new ratchets for Warmatron, those aftermarket ones. I don't know if you guys can see those things. I haven't put them in yet.
Are those the foot tilts?
Yeah, for the feet. And then what's up?
You didn't get an extra set with the.
You know, I did. I'd ordered
They're
these.
solid black instead of clear.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
No, these are the Dr. Killinger ones.
I did not know that. What type of third-party fan I am if I didn't know about that add-on?
It's fourth party, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, this Hasbro is really bringing me in.
Yeah.
I'm straying ways.
They were $13 shipped, so it wasn't bad. And they got some kind of coating on it. It feels like felt, but I think it's just the paint on it or something like that. But I haven't put them in. We'll see what's up. And then I got some repro labels for DX9's Mirage and for Tantrum, for MMC's Tantrum. So, and then I also picked up a G1 ram horn for my blaster, my MP blaster, just because I don't like the KFC one.
Wham one.
And that was it. Yeah.
Bad chicken.
And that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
J. Ruse, what'd you get, man?
I got a couple things this week, fresh off of a toy convention. But before that, I got a box from BBTS. First thing in the box is Figma Asuna from Sword Art Online. This is a pretty cool little figure.
Dope.
I got a replacement Cogwheel and Trash Talk because I lost a hand for Trash Talk. In case you guys didn't know, that fucking hand is on the tiniest little ball joint and will fall off.
Yeah.
And
You can return that one. Say it didn't come with a hand, then you get a new hand.
now you just
a
put
good
it on the
idea.
internet, asshole. You put my plan on the internet. Thanks.
I mean,
jerk.
you shouldn't do that. Don't do that.
Fuck.
Why would you want to rip somebody off?
I also
The big
I
famous
also got
stories.
another Devastator because
Oh.
I only ordered a second one.
Oh,
And that was for sale if anybody is interested.
Maybe
130, 140, 140 shipped. That sounds good, right?
Help him pay for TFCon. Donate.
At the show, I finally picked up my Ghost Rider that I've been looking for.
That's
Badass
the new
figure.
one, isn't it?
Yep, that's
That
the
one's
new one.
cool.
He's pretty sick. I also got an older figure, the Classics Deathstroke. Got a really good
That's
deal
a
on
one,
him.
too.
He's missing a gun, but I only paid $10 for him, so it's not a big deal. My friend wanted a whole bunch of Littlest Pet Shop stuff for his daughter, so I embarrassing.
For his daughter.
I ashamedly bought them for him, trying to hide from the guys while I was doing it, but then I got caught on camera. And as a gift, he got me he gave me the Captain Ace G.I. Joe figure to pilot my G.I. Joe Sky Striker Jetfire toy.
Cool.
So
Yeah, you were looking for that the last show, right?
yeah, nobody had him because he comes inside of a Sky Striker package, and nobody wanted to split it, so he gave it to me for free.
Awesome. Oh, wow, that's great.
So that's my haul. Pretty
All right,
decent.
Mark, you got a Baldwin drop for us, don't you?
I got a huge bowling drop. You want me to go last? You want me to go now?
Yeah, we'll let you go last. Ed, what'd you get?
Skip.
That's fine. No, I'm gonna be a while.
Dry week this week. I really didn't get much. Kind of banking up for the weekend, the trip, and then we had NJCC on Sunday, and
You got lunch in NJCC.
yeah, I did. And just was talking about picking up a G1 Ram horn, and I did find these guys.
Bad chicken.
I've got some bad chicken yesterday.
Bad chicken.
I got the transistor needed a couple of minions, and I know this is hard, but I did it. I bought them. I got a really good price on them, so you know what?
I need that ram horn. That's the one I need. I have one of the other colors of a steel jaw, but I need the ram horn.
How were those fucking guns? Were you able to pull to
there
split
was
the
no
guns
issue.
out?
Yeah, there was no
Mine
problem.
were pain. I used a screwdriver to pop mine out.
Yeah, I used the mini driver, but other than that, I mean, yeah. Let me just leave it at that. They're cool. I mean, he needed them. I wanted them to take pics, to have them on the shelf until something else comes by. The price was right. It wasn't like I paid full retail. So that's it. That's pretty much my big, fantastic, beaming haul of the week.
That's what she said.
Oh,
Bad chicken.
Well, I got two small things. I picked up a G1 Sharkticon from Pimpin' Toys online. Shout out to Pimpin' Toys. I'm sure all of us have dealt with him in one way or another over the years.
Yep.
But by the way, I collect just the only G1 thing I collect, and yes, it's technically a Decepticon, but I'm always looking for G1 Sharkticons. I don't care if they have arms or heads inside or anything. I like them beat. So if anybody's got any they want to send me, hit me up. I'll shoot you my address and we can do.
Decepticons. You talk too much shit.
Well,
God.
listen. Let's be
we'll
honest.
We'll go into that later.
Let's be honest. They're only technically Decepticons because they had to put them on a side. They're not really any cons.
Technically they're on the Quintesson side.
But
That's
they're
right,
not
they're
good guy robots.
Right.
No, they're not.
They're not. But you're right. But they have those Paul Wall grills, and I dig them. The only other thing I picked up, and I actually got it from my daughter. If anybody doubts me, I will prove it when I get home. It's on her shelf in her room. I got the Hello Kitty Q Transformer from Dan Plastic Crack 36. Shout out to DPC 36.
I got one of those things.
He hooked me up.
That's how small these stupid things are.
They're tiny. I had no idea it was that small. I mean, it ended up being like $20 shipped. But if she wanted it, she likes Hello Kitty stuff. So that's
got
where
it
I'm
attached
at.
to your keychain right now, don't you?
That's right. Don't lie. I won't lie. I'll jiggle it around. All right, Mark. We've got another about an hour and 20 minutes for you. So go ahead.
I'll just take the hour.
Okay.
Okay. So before I left, the first package that came was BBTS. Transformers-wise, I got these guys because Jay Ruse told me to buy them. The little mini, Legends.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Galvatron
Those are dope.
Cyclonus. Except the only thing I don't like is Cyclonus' legs because he has no twists and he only has hinged knees.
He's like 3 inches tall. Can't expect the world.
Galvatron has ball jointed knees.
I'm not gonna leave that alone.
Transformers-wise in that, I don't think I got anything else. I got like the entire Firefly, the Funko ones, the 6-inch figures. I got all the Batman animated series that came out in the past 6 months, like Man-Bat, Joker, Robin, whatever came out in the last 6 months. Figure arts, Yoshi, figure arts, Luigi. I think that was more or less it. Then TF Source came, and I got this big Mamma Jamma.
Sexy.
Nice. I got my Cupola.
Nice.
I got
Meh.
my replacement hands for Star Saber. I got Siegfried and Roy. I got the BotCon/TFCon Orion and Hegemon, the comic colors. I didn't open him up yet.
Jesus.
Then we went to NJCC, and I bought one thing, and that was this Mamma Jamma.
Nice. Is
That's
that
up.
the re-release?
No, this is the vintage.
Really?
The re-release came in a long box, like a G1, like the U.S. Reissue G1s,
Yeah.
long boxes. This is a real deal, styrofoam and everything. Star Convoy from Return of Convoy.
You didn't have that?
No, I thought I have Sky Gary, who looks a lot like him.
They're like cousins, right?
Kind of.
I had to bring it up. Okay.
Don't talk about cousins.
Had to bring it up.
So, someone having sex with a cousin.
Somebody's wanting to.
We'll discuss that. We'll discuss
I
that
don't know
off
what
air.
you're talking about.
Let's just say going to TFCon may have more than one purpose.
Then today went to a bunch of Toys R Us's. I got some Legends. That Rodimus Skywar Warpath. I already have Groove. I'm an asshole and I hate this comic book now, but I still bought Series 4 of the Walking Dead comic figures. So it's Abraham, who is dead. One zombie.
Thanks.
Spoiler alert!
What the fuck?
Oh, Abraham's gonna die in the show. Carl, here's another spoiler, who gets shot in the face, and you can see his eyes missing.
Yeah, I know that
He
bit.
gets shot in the eye, part of his brain comes off, and they sit in a house and they fix him in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, they won't do that on the show.
And people tell me that Robert
sounds
Kirkman is a
realistic.
good writer. And, Jesus,
Is he the one coming to the Transformers universe?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
got a couple of NECA alien figures.
Yeah, the spacesuit one is pretty cool.
I
Where's
only
that cha-ching sound? That's all I'm hearing. It has
I'm like thinking, Jesus.
I found one of these. This is the Mortal Kombat figures. I only found Raiden. I couldn't find Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
BBTS has the 3-pack for cheaper than buying them individually.
Yeah. If I find them, I find them.
It's not about the money.
He's like, yeah,
About the thrill of the hunt.
yeah.
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to get Jason Watson from Dub K to carry Mezco stuff. So I got him on the hunt to talk to Mezco. I also got Gypsy Danger from the end of Pacific Rim.
Cha-ching.
Spoiler alert! When he commits suicide, but doesn't technically die. And
I mean, that movie's been out for 2 years now. You're talking
that
about
comic
a
book,
show,
That comic book where Abraham dies is like 3 years old. So
but it's not in the show. There's people who don't watch the goddamn comics.
clearance Lego.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Clearance Lego. And last but not least, something I was going to open on the show. This is the TFSS 3.0 figure for this month, this drop. I have no idea what it is. I haven't checked the boards.
Are you using a syringe to open it?
You rumors.
I think it's an ink. I think it's an ink pen.
Razor blade.
Oh,
The ROC,
okay.
the ROC needs to do a cribs of Ace's house because I want to see where he puts all that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that exact same thing. He's probably got like bathroom shelves with fucking toys on.
No,
top,
that's
and we're
his
like,
second
dude,
house. That's his second house. His Transformers house.
Yeah.
It is.
Got him.
All right, so what is it?
Serpentor as a Transformer.
Serpent.
Oh, okay, that's a Serpentor. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looking at that, I thought it was pretty wild.
Okay, I'm done. I'm going to play with this.
You sure?
All right.
Nothing else?
Okay.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was Ace
Very
Milo.
smooth.
You can find he's at Ace Milo on Instagram, and he won't be paying attention the rest of the show.
I think that's everything.
All
He's
right.
gonna play with his toys.
Thanks, guys, for sharing with your what you gots this week. And several of you alluded to this, so I wasn't there. I was there in spirit. I wish I could have come, but obviously logistically it'd be a challenge for me to drive or fly there for a 4-hour toy show. So you guys talk a little bit about how it went at the NJCC, and Ed, the whole weekend you guys had with the ROC fam.
Any day, Ed.
Awkward silence. I was building.
Really?
That was our
That
moment of silence.
that was
for,
your-
Roddy
Yes, that was our
Piper.
moment. You didn't want me to work in the moment of silence for Roddy Piper, and there it was. There
So
it
you
was.
make me the bad guy.
Wait, it's funny because weren't you the one that was had the wrestling career or was into wrestling in some way, and you don't want to commemorate the guy with a few minutes of silence?
He is commemorating. He's wearing his
Well, you
kilt
know what?
right now.
I gotta tell you right now. Me and Steele were driving down on Friday. Good spirits. We're heading down South Jersey, and then we saw the news, and it just totally ripped this. ripped the sails off the boat. You get what I'm saying? It just totally killed us.
You're welcome.
It was nice
You're
and
welcome.
quiet for a while in the car. Let's put it that way.
There's your tribute. They live.
Yep. Yeah.
Except for Roddy Piper.
All right, let's talk NJCC. Yesterday was New Jersey Collectors Convention. It was down in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. A nice little local show. If you guys are in the area, you should come out and check it out. It used to be, started off as a G.I. Joe based con, and now it's kind of moving more towards the Transformer way. Still a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, and kind of a mixed bag. But good times. We had a lot of people pop in. I think we were about 14 or 15 strong yesterday. Like, at one point, you look around the con, all you see is ROC shirts everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I mentioned to one of you guys, I was kind of following online, and I'd say 90% of the pictures tagged with NJCC were done by a ROC Click member. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely a presence at the show.
Yeah, I mean it's not a huge crazy show, but it's a pretty decent size. It's a decent size. It's if you're local, 2 hours, hour and a half, hour. It's worth the trip. You can find some gems. Not like Ace. Ace found a little something good. Where do you go? You pop out? Where is he?
Oh no, I'm transforming this.
There he is. All right.
If you want to look at my screen, this is a picture of the fam. This is how
Nice.
we represent. It was a good time. It was good to have everybody out, and everybody wearing their shirts. It was definitely an awesome experience.
Just going down the line, trying to see who's there. A huge presence, and a lot of us we haven't first time meeting. Shadow Baron came down. Jose was there. Matt, Asian Kid Matt came with Jilly. Myself, we had Rolling Steel, J Rules, Ace came through, Stag Six Shot, Bobby was in the house. Tattoo Devil was there earlier. Jay Energon was there. Ronan Kaufman, if you know Ronan Kaufman from Instagram, he's like the G1 guy. He's the G1 King, we call him.
I was glad he showed up and he brought his son.
Yeah, he's here with little Logan. What's up, Logan? And we went to lunch there, and we had a pretty cool, decent roundtable discussion. We sat around the tables there, and we discussed our addictions.
Yeah, was it Mighty Whitey, Mighty
Yes,
X
Mighty.
Whitey?
Oh yeah, Mighty.
He won the sword, didn't he?
Yeah, he won sore. That's why I kind of didn't want to. He didn't exist after that,
Well, did you tell me like 4 members won door prizes? Though?
Yeah, four members of the ROC won door prizes yesterday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool because a couple of times we get a little discouraged, but
Well, something I read is a lot of the
vendors always win.
The vendors win the prizes.
The vendors always win.
Yeah, that's seems shady to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a
Is it bad that
shitload
I
of
bought the
tickets
gun?
too.
Yeah, that is a little shady. So let's do this, guys. If you were running that show, what would you do different?
Me personally, I wouldn't do too much different other than no, actually no. It's a pretty good show. There's a lot of space. Tables were full. There are a lot of sales going on. It's right next to a restaurant that's actually really, really good. I personally wouldn't do anything different.
Yeah, it's well balanced. They bring in, a little bit of an exclusive presence there. The artist, like Marauders Toys was there. Those are the guys doing that new kind of like a Joe line, Joe bass line. I'm trying to think what else is there.
I think what's his face was there from O'Neill Designs.
Yes. Yes. They were there. One of the dealers there, Lunar Toys, he had the prototype for the War Within Optimus. That looked pretty cool, man. Thing looked pretty beefy.
I wasn't into it until I saw it.
Yeah, me neither. The
Yeah.
thing looks really, really fucking tight.
Clean all the way around. Really clean.
Yeah.
Jay, I'll agree with what you said. Where the fuck am I gonna put that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's my
MB10
comment.
size? It's MB10 size?
Yeah, just about.
Right?
You think
Yeah,
so?
it
I don't
was-
think it was MP10 size. I think it was a little
think so.
smaller than that.
He was fucking bulkier too.
He was MP10 size. I'm looking at my MP10. He was MP10.
Yeah, he was definitely MP10 size, but he was thick.
That's what she said.
Yeah, always to me.
Yeah.
Nice. It
And
sounds like
then she says, "Please take your foot out."
so Ed, you want to tell us a little bit about your adventure in Baltimore this week?
Oh yeah, on the road to Bobby Skullface. Well,
Did you find him?
Yes, we finally did find him.
Is he the truth?
He's the truth, all right. I gotta tell you that it's the truth. We were invited down. He was grateful enough to, totally grateful enough that he invited us and then opened up his home to us, and me, Steele, and Stag six shot went down. Yeah, I mean, we had a really great time, man. Awesome host, awesome food, awesome people. Shout out to everybody that we met. You know, a couple of the SU guys were there. You know, Rob was there, Greg for Mercy was there, T2R6 came through. Really good peeps, man. Really good time. Really good time. He was kind enough to take a little time away from, you know, the festivities and run a little quick interview with us. So that's going to be in the ROC Spotlight coming soon. Really, really, really cool dude. I can't say it enough. Really cool dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That's cool. That's really cool that, you know, the short time we've been doing this, we've been able to create such a strong network.
Yeah. I
definitely.
mean, to not really know us from Adam, to invite us and, you know, open up his home to us, it was really, it's humbling, man. It really is humbling.
And that mask is surgically attached, right?
Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't ever come off.
Nope, not at all, man.
Not ruin any magic here.
Not at all.
Good.
Shout out to Victory Saber 77 from the Cybercast and Aftercast. He's hanging out in the chat. What's up there, man? Thanks for watching. We had another member of our panel at a CC this weekend. Jisk, you went to the is it the Tampa, what do they call it, the Tampa Bay Comic Con?
Yeah, Tampa Bay Comic Con. I had went a long time ago and it was terrible, and I went this Saturday and it was I can't say marginally better. It was good. It's for as far as Transformers stuff. There was one guy selling third-party stuff, and he was trying to sell an open Scoria for $200 and then a boxed one for $310, which I told him he was crazy.
That's a deal.
Speaking of open
That's
Scorias.
Asian Kid Matt prices.
Yeah. Speaking of open Scorias and Agent Kid Matt.
And so I passed on that. But it was cool. I mean, it's Tampa, so it's not, you know, a huge market. I think, you know, as far as people that were there celebrity-wise, the biggest draw was Carrie Fisher, you know, Princess Leia.
No big deal.
Yeah, you know. And then as far as for me, artist-wise, I got some signed stuff from Joe Rubenstein, who, for me, you know, did the first Wolverine miniseries, like, back in 92, 93. So that was, for me, that was cool. And just a lot of people, you know, I think the number one dressed-up character there, the number one character was some Harley Quinn. And I apologize in advance to any Tampa people that are listening or anybody that was a Harley Quinn, but out of the 22 Harley Quinns that I saw, 21 of you girls were not meant to be that character.
It might be NJCC.
Yeah.
Sorry.
there was
What, two or three?
two or three yesterday, and yeah.
No,
How many Deadpools?
A lot, yeah. That's the second character. And then I will say, though, well, actually, one thing they had was somebody, and I don't know the name of the people, but they had built like this huge, almost to scale. It's called a Rancor. I'm not on my Star Wars stuff, but what's the thing in the pit at Jabba's Hut?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Rancor.
dude, this thing was huge and it was badass.
You're about to lose your nerd card for
Yeah.
not knowing that.
Well, I mean, I got it right. I just wasn't 100% sure. So that was cool, and then a lot of like members of the 501st were there, and all those stormtroopers they have it dialed
they're
in.
always
Anybody
cool.
that's a member that has their shit dialed in.
Yeah.
And they come to TFCon, and they also go to RetroCon. I see them all the time at those cons.
Yeah, it's cool. And then it's just walking around and enjoying a lot of people who think they can pull off superhero costumes that have no business wearing certain superhero costumes.
I saw at RetroCon, which is a con in Pennsylvania, a grown man, had to be about 40, 45-ish, wearing a Sailor Moon costume.
That's me in like 20 years.
That's hilarious. Dude, was he serious?
No, it's dead serious. He was.
Dude, why are you judging
rocked
me?
it.
I don't understand why you're judging me. That
Listen,
serves
you're like-
me
you're
so
like-
well.
You're like Asian kid Matt height, so you're not tall enough.
That's fucked up.
Nice.
But I can see doing it for the laugh. It's one thing, but doing it just because you're a fan is it's just another level. I'm not saying anything bad.
You know,
It's just
it is
another level.
another
Each their own.
Guys,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. Hi YouTube. I watch BuzzFeed a lot, and they've got a series on there called The Try Guys. It's these 4 dudes who just try all this ridiculous shit. And right now they're doing a series of them doing cosplay at an anime convention. And they're gonna do this. 4 dudes are gonna do Sailor Moon. And there's a word for taking a female character and making it into a masculine
Yes, it's a
character.
Japanese thing. Oh no,
Yes.
okay.
Surprise!
There's another word for being a man dressing up as a female character in Japanese culture too.
Somebody.
I don't even want to Google this. So you
Yeah,
guys-
There's actually in Japan. I don't even know why I know this, but there's like restaurants and coffee places that all the waitresses are girls in like little short skirts, but they're really dudes.
So when are you
What?
going? When are you going to Japan, Mark? You got your tickets booked?
Not soon
Yeah,
enough.
2 weeks, man.
That's
All
his
right.
number one stop on his itinerary when he gets there.
Not soon enough.
All right, guys, we could go down a rabbit hole here, so let's move on. Anybody see the Deadpool teaser trailer today?
Yeah, I
I
saw
watched it right before the
that.
show.
That was a whole
Yeah.
lot of talking at once. I think it was yes overall.
I
So
think
what
the
do you guys
consensus is yes.
what do you guys think about that concept?
Deadpool concept? Or?
No, just the teaser trailer concept.
Well,
It's a
well, they
teaser.
do
It's not
that
like
anyway.
anything.
Just something to let you know, hey, this is coming. Get excited.
But it's coming tomorrow.
I think that's just in line with the character, though, don't you think? He's kind of like just a wisecracking kind of dude, so it's kind of in line with that.
Yeah, I guess
I can see that.
I guess I could.
Oh no,
see it.
they've done that with other movies before. Like you always see teaser trailers like this coming soon. You know,
Right.
I guess
so they're
it's
just
gonna be
continuing that.
the new gimmick, I guess, you know?
But it's normally not the day before, though. It's like you produce this. I don't know. But the cool thing about him wearing that mask is you can make him say whatever you want, and nobody can see it. So,
Yeah.
they could have just taken some random footage. So, speaking of Marvel movies, our homeboy Magic Mike appears to have actually signed on as Gambit now.
That's terrible.
Wait, guys, stop. He's actually from Louisiana, so it works.
Hey, fuck you. He's from Alabama. Okay.
That's
Thank
what I was
you
going to
very
ask.
much.
Do you
It's all the
think-
same to me.
Is that any
Geography.
better?
It's all the same. All right. Why don't you go drink some fucking coffee in a goddamn bookstore there, Mr. Portland?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm gonna go do right now.
Do you think?
Portlandia.
do you
In the
think-
rain.
I'm sorry.
In the rain.
We haven't had rain in like months. I'm waiting for some rain.
Just get all your rain. Just
yeah,
what you're saying, buddy.
it shifted down south.
Oh, it sucks. Yeah, I literally was trapped in my house today. For
So
a few
tell us-
hours because
tell
of
us-
floods.
Tell us about what happened in your backyard today, Just.
So my house is on a lake, which it's not very big. Right now it's huge. So like from where my fence is to the edge of the water normally is maybe 15 feet. It's about 4 feet right now. And my wife asked me before I got on here to chase a small gator that was up against our fence back into the water. So I had to it was tiny, you know what I mean? It's
You got some fucking guts.
So what did that look like? I mean, did you get a broomstick, or did you put on your leather gloves? What did you do?
honestly, it sounds braver. You just walk outside. They kind of tend to scurry off. It was not on the inside. It was on the outside of the fence. So they kind of tend to run away a little bit. And it was tiny. Honestly, like this is one, and I don't claim to be brave as far as gators go by any means. Like I just, I'll walk away. But this was one that was small enough that you probably just could have picked that thing up and just tossed it.
Well, make
Or
sure
it
you
could have
make sure
picked
you
you
tag
up.
me. Make sure you tag me in the picture when you do that. There, Jeff.
Yeah, it's shoot, that little one, if that comes back, I would catch that thing.
Some good eating right there, man. Some good eating. So
Unless it's illegal, then I wouldn't catch it.
yeah, I don't know what the rules are there in Florida. I think if it charges you, you can kill it though. You can get away with it.
Stand your ground.
Like that South Park episode. He's coming right at us.
So I'm looking at my to-do list, and right here it says move to Tampa.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I could have told you to skip that one.
That's funny. All right, back on track here, guys. So Netflix announced that they are going to have a new Marvel show every 6 months.
Yeah.
and the first character that they're doing is Jessica Jones, who they describe as a superhero who has hung up her costume to fight crime in a more conventional way.
So she's gonna be a lawyer.
Yes.
AKA no budget for special effects.
Yeah, I don't
AKA
understand.
we'll have her in one room the whole time.
I don't know that character at all. I don't understand that.
You will after the show comes out.
I guess
Sit
I
there and
will.
just
Oh,
binge watch it like Daredevil.
After that, they're going to do Luke Cage and Iron Fist as 2 separate shows, and then a
How
Defenders
can they have 2 separate
miniseries.
shows? They're gay for each other.
Maybe that'll be the build-up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all build up. They're doing the same structures they do for like the Marvel movies. Just
Aren't
introduce each one, then start up and have one big show.
So Daredevil.
Isn't it the Defenders?
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to build up to the Defenders.
That's the ultimate goal.
Daredevil is not part of this process. It's going to release on its own, and the Punisher character is going to be a guest villain. I don't know how you want to play the Punisher in this universe. A guest character, we'll say. Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, he'll probably start as
But it'll be just like it was in it'll be that him and Daredevil's moral compass doesn't align, and there'll be conflict, but they both have to end up seeing each other's way to make it work.
Work together, back to back.
And then I won't watch you kill people, and you won't watch me not kill people. And you won't watch me do shit because you're blind. Sorry.
I'm a little weak on the Defenders. Who should we expect to be on the Defenders?
Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
All the people that they've said.
And whoever Fox and Marvel say, hey, we're not going to use these guys.
I'm trying to think of the old days.
I thought
the old Defenders.
Hulk,
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Yeah, I thought bigger characters.
I remember in my old comic days, it was kind of like B grade, not too. Had a rotating cast, kind of like the Avengers did through the years.
Apparently, Namor was on it. Submariner.
Okay.
Great, a fish guy.
He's cheating. He's Googling.
I am Googling.
But I'm sure there's going to be nobody like that. It's going to be some weird-ass new universe characters that they're
Doctor Strange, Hulk, Namor, Silver Surfer.
If I could interject, these Netflix shows are part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so we probably will see some interconnectivity of some sort.
You're not gonna see the Hulk. They're not gonna give you the Hulk.
No.
But it looked like episode 1, or I'm sorry, issue 1 was Namor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, big boys.
Well, you know what I worry about this is if they're saying they're doing that many shows, it seems like they're just going to be really stretching shit.
Yeah.
Money-wise and whatnot. And
well, it's Disney.
Well, they got more money than God, so.
Yeah,
aren't they doing a Doctor Strange movie too? So I doubt you'll see that character.
So.
Well, no, you know what? That might be a build-up for that movie if they cameo him or something.
Well, Marvel said they're not doing any more origins either, so they're just gonna Doctor Strange is gonna have an origin story. He's gonna go straight into Doctor Strange.
Hey, Victory Saber in the comments or in the chat says, makes sense. Jessica Jones and Cage are married. Going to be a lot of crossover, so that kind of tells you what it is. And Daredevil at some point in time was involved in that as well. So, and honestly, it'll be one of those things where they say, well, let's put this person in. You never know; they may do something neat like a fan vote. Who do you want to see in this group?
What repeat will you get with this show?
That could be pretty cool. I don't know. I'm excited for the Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm excited too because maybe that $7.99 won't go wasted every month.
Hey, I use the hell out of my Netflix. Shout out to Curious George.
Yeah.
Those of us with children use the hell out of Netflix. So the next thing we got here, guys, is something popped up real quick and got gone real quick on Toys R Us. What day was that? Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Friday night and Saturday morning.
Yeah, Masterpiece Starscream showed up for pre-order at ToysRUs.com for $59.99, which is ridiculously low.
Free shipping.
Got him.
And free shipping.
Yep. Same thing. Got him.
For reference, that's what they're selling Blue Streak for right now, and he's half the size. It might be smaller.
Well, now it popped back up again. Now it's $126 plus $10 shipping.
Well, it's on eBay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an eBay thing. That's not the pre-order for.
Yeah, I thought that was eBay.
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, that's what Asian Kid Matt put up.
They have a
This
scalping
shit's
on eBay.
bright, dude.
Sure wasn't a KO?
Yeah.
So
That price was a wrong price?
never trusted Asian Kid Matt.
There's no way in holy hell that this thing is coming.
You got to understand, this whole weekend was a blur. I don't know. I'm still catching up from the weekend, So
Storm and Sunstorm were what, 80 bucks.
80 bucks. I saw
I put Starscream out, who they know is actually gonna sell for 60.
I saw a couple of posts about it. You know, we were in the middle of doing stuff. We really couldn't be too active on it, but I didn't think that was a bad price.
It's still listed as sold out for $59.99 right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to NoNoBoy311 for texting me at 4 o'clock in the morning with that link.
Wouldn't it be cool if it was live right now and we were telling everybody?
And who was the other guy? OC Proud?
Dan posted that shit on the Realm of Collectors, and I woke up to it at 7 o'clock in the morning, clicked on the link, saw it was $59.99, and went fucking ape shit before I even drank my coffee and fucking ordered that shit.
So what do you got, like 7 or 8 coming?
Nah, I just ordered one, but I texted everybody else. I texted you guys. I texted Wade.
Yeah, you guys put it in the chat for us.
So
what do you guys think about the fact that they let people order 5 of them? Do you think that's going to lead to scalping?
Well, that's probably
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that was
why you
probably
see
the
the
policy from before, and they just never didn't realize that they screwed up on the price.
Yeah, I'm expecting a ordeal. I think they're all going to get canceled or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Not.
that was my next point is, do you guys think they're going to be able to fulfill the orders, or do you think at some point in time they just cut the son of a bitch off because they said there's no way in the world we're ever going to sell these?
Apparently they already cut it off, but
I'm sure people are going to get some emails soon.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Shut up! I don't want to hear
It's
that.
one of two things: that they fucked up with the price, or they're going to cancel the order, or they put it out too early before they were able to change the price to the correct price. Because they probably used the old SKU.
Did you guys know that for $9.99 you can get a 2-year protection plan on your Starscream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know that every time you buy anything from Toys R Us, they tell you can have a 2-year protection plan for $9.99, even if it's a $20 figure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was somewhere. I think I was like at an electronics store, and it was whatever I was buying was like $12 or $13. Like, would you like the 2-year protection plan for $12.99? I said, no, I'll just buy another one if I break this son of a bitch.
I bought a Universal remote for like $8. Like, you want the protection plan for $10? No.
They're just doing their jobs, okay?
Hey, whatever.
It's like Radio Shack. You want to buy batteries?
Mr. Plus One over here.
Battery club.
All you got to do is sell them a pack of socks, and we'll make our numbers for the.
Before I could ring you out, I need your email, and do you want to buy some AA batteries? Welcome to Radio.
That's right. That's
What do you
right.
guys think that Starscream's gonna retail for, like, once it actually drops?
I think it's a $100 figure all day long.
Yeah,
At least
it'll
80.
jump up to.
At least.
Yeah,
I was
anywhere 80
expecting
to 100.
100. I think it's going to start at 100 and go up from there.
Well, what I thought was kind of weird wasn't Prowl 79?
Prowl was $79.99.
Yeah, and Blue
or
Street's what,
$69.99.
60?
For Blue Street, I just saw them today for $59.99.
Yeah, maybe they're smartening up.
They probably made a mistake the first time with Prowl because that literally retailed for more than the Japanese version.
Well,
So-
what like I said, when it comes to the American release of these things, I already have them, so I don't really pay that much attention. But wasn't there a big issue with Grimlock, the past Grimlock?
Well, no, they did. Yeah,
They were selling him cheaper, and then they jacked up the price by like
When
$40
it first
or
came
something.
out, when
It was
first came out,
50.
cheaper.
Well, this last run that came out, and that's when I got mine. It was $59.99, and I got one off the shelf at Toys R Us for $59.99, and then the next time I went in there, it was $79.99.
The red box one, right?
Yeah, the one with the Japanese writing on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
probably
saying.
says.
They used the old SKU and the old pricing. So they put the old SKU in the system. It comes up at that price, and they forgot to change the price to the
I
old
think they
SKU.
did that with Thundercracker too.
Yeah.
Somebody at Toys R Us.
Retail.
Do you guys think that we'll get the repaints like Thundercracker and Skywarp again then too? Or do you
Probably
think
not.
just Starscream.
They already did
Maybe
Thunder-
after a few years. Maybe
did-
That's why I'm
Skywarp.
gonna buy Skywarp.
Yeah, they did the Thundercracker, and that went clearance because people
Look
weren't
at what
buying.
happened with Skywarp. They were selling Skywarp for like $10 at Walmart at one point.
Well, wasn't that the old mode though? Wasn't
Yeah,
that,
that's the old mold. Everybody wants a new mold. I think they might do it.
I don't have them. That's why I'm curious. Like I missed out on them way back when, and so I'd like to get them again for under $200.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
$199. Mine's yours.
Well, let's talk about this for a minute. So the MP cars are, let's just say, $80 a piece if you order them. The imports.
That's the import.
Right, but it's right. Okay, so I can go to Toys R Us and buy the exact same figure in a huge ass box I don't want for the exact same price. So if I buy a Seeker Jet from Toys R Us, or from BBTS right now, it's basically $200. But even if they're $100 when they come out here, That's half price. Why are the fucking MP cars so much? Because people buy them? Is that why? At Toys R
Gotta
Us,
pay
why are
for
the
that
MP cars
license.
so much?
Gotta pay for that license.
We don't have any answer for you,
Yeah.
man, because
They have to license
these
it.
fucking
From,
idiots.
I think they were just guessing at pricing when they released Prowl, because there's no reason for it to be $80 at Toys R Us.
They were like, let's get them. It's a
Well,
big
for those-
box.
for those that don't know, Masterpiece is 110% Takara. Hasbro has nothing to do whatsoever with Masterpiece. Takara designs it. They sell it. The characters they pick are for the Asian market, which is why we will never get another Dinobot besides Grimlock, because Grimlock is the only Dinobot that Japan, their agent, cares about. So Hasbro owns the licenses for names and likenesses. So if you want like a white Datsun that's a police car that has a red head crest and you want to call him Prowl, you have to license that from Hasbro, even though it's still Takara. So they have to license the entire figure from Takara in order to bring it over here. So that gets contributed, into the cost. For the domestic release of like Prowl, that should have been $40 or $50.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. $50 would have been a nice sweet spot for those figures, but I mean, it is what it is.
They gotta work them in.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking $40-$50 too.
But what do you
There's
think about
some-
the manufacturer? Is there a difference in the manufacturing?
No, they just get them from they tell. No figures are obviously all figures are made in China. Are they made in Malaysia now or China? I don't know where they're being made right now. I think Malaysia or Vietnam. So there's no
Yes.
Hasbro factory and Takara factory. There's one factory, and Hasbro will say we want this figure in this color, run it. Takara will say we want this figure with these colors, run it.
And
So
then
they're all coming out of the same factory.
behind the curtains is the KO factory.
That's right.
Hey, what do we got here? Plenty of cigarette smoke. And...
Where Asian Kid Matt hangs out all day looking for a deal. All day looking for
know,
a
And
deal.
then you got the guys that go on their lunch break and they say, ooh, it would be cool if we just ran that figure in a bunch of different colors and call them prototypes. And that's when you get a lunchtime special. So if you go on eBay and type Transformers prototype and you see something with a bunch of funky colors and it says it's a prototype, it's probably a lunchtime special.
A lunchtime special.
But how can they run all that off in 10 minutes?
Well, they do it after hours.
I know you don't don't get the joke, my friend.
All right. So this week there were some leaked photos of the new Titan Wars blaster. That thing looks to me like a hot mess. What do you guys think? Who's the target audience for this figure?
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
There's more pictures than the ones that we.
The one with the one with his base mode, right? That's what you're talking about. Where it has
Yeah.
all three
Yeah,
modes
I
in
mean-
one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't get to see it at all. Can
I have
anybody bring it up?
I have
There
it
it
on
is,
my
right there.
screen. It's
Click
right on my
Jay,
screen.
He's got it.
Yeah,
There it is. Oh, is that a little bit clearer, I guess.
it's
Yeah,
it's
that
really,
looks
it's
similar.
still
That's
really
the
fuzzy
same picture.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
really fuzzy, but I mean, at least he has a boombox mode, So he
He
is.
looks like Blaster.
he
Yeah, the
looks
robot
like
mode is somewhat there. That's not too bad.
I like those big ass speakers in the front and then the little ass ones on his legs.
Yeah, no, that actually works.
I wonder how big this guy's gonna be. I wonder if he's like a Voyager or
Probably the Voyager.
Deluxe.
It's not going to be deluxe. You can't make a base mode. That base mode would be like this big if it was a deluxe now.
There's these little dudes on his base mode. I wonder what that's all about.
Isn't he a headmaster?
He is a headmaster.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
that's his headmaster.
he has
Yeah.
a really good head.
So we're gonna make him a headmaster. So we need to give him a playground to play in.
I
Yeah.
mean, guys, I don't obviously have a spot in my collection for this. Who does?
Well, it depends what
Well,
size it is. If it's Voyager, it could replace my third party Voyager size.
Is it going to be better than that?
It looks better in this image.
I'll throw that
But
on
I got the unique toys one, so.
That boombox looks like a play school radio I would give my kid. That's
So they're going for.
I'll throw that on my classic shelf.
I'll throw it in a dumpster.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
The only one I'm waiting for is that Fort Max. Other than that, I don't really care about what Hasbro's putting out.
Man,
Is it me or is Dan lagging a little?
I mean,
It's probably not.
nothing new, but It's those 2 underscores in between Harvey and Dent that's dragging him down.
Oh, you just confused everybody with that name change.
I'm like, who the hell is
I
Harvey
didn't.
Dent? Why is Two-Face on my Instagram feed?
Yeah. I put a post up saying I changed it. So
Yeah, but you gotta realize you
that.
put stuff after that. So by the time I saw it, it was like 8 posts down.
And isn't that kind of go against, like, now you have a show that you're on every week and you want people to follow you, and then now you just flipped it on everybody. All 26 people now are just don't know what's up.
Yeah, there's 24 confused motherfuckers out there. Just all your fault, man.
We
If
should
they
all
were
change our
following
name
me
to
before, they
Batman
followed
names.
me now.
Another 2 weeks, he'll change it up again. It's like working with
Yeah.
Prince. We're working with Prince over here.
That'll be
The
the
artist formerly known as Harvey Dent.
yeah. That could be the gimmick, is that you have a new guest every 2 weeks and it's just Dan changing his name.
Oh my gosh, there's a couple people on Instagram that have a lot of different names. I think maybe it's all Dan. That's what we don't realize.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is. All right. The next thing we were going to talk about a little bit is, and we've talked about this before, but we're just going to touch on it. Repro labels. What are you guys' thoughts on the kits that they sell there, the upgrade kits? You just got some, so tell us, did you have time to mess with those yet?
I put on the ones for Mirage, and I like the repro labels just because it helps to break up the figure, where they didn't apply paint. Yeah. And so that's why I'm all about them. I'm all for them. But they're not necessarily the greatest stickers a lot of the time. It's hit or miss. You'll get a set for one that's great.
They use sometimes like foil, like really thin metal foil. That stuff is garbage. Like they do that for Code and
They
like
do
the
for Feral.
Function X.
For Feral.
My Feral X stuff was actually okay, but they use even thinner ones, and those peel like a bastard. They rip. Those are terrible. When they use they use something called Orakai vinyl, which is heat sensitive. So you put it on, then you put a hairdryer to it, and it sucks it up, and it's real thick vinyl. It's really nice. It's actually car vinyl, like what they used to wrap cars in.
But they don't do everything with that, though, right?
No. They don't do everything with it.
The ones for Mirage, for this DX9 Mirage, are like this clear plastic. It's not bad.
That stuff's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. But like I said, it's just not consistent. That's my only issue.
It's not.
They're a must-have for me. I buy them for 90% of the figures that I have. They're just not consistent.
No.
And sometimes for the price that you're paying to get something that sucks, you're just like...
Yeah, I had like big problems like my Code. I had to Sharpie some stuff to fill in some gaps because the paint, the ink was coming off on the stickers, and
Wow.
like 95% of this stuff is great. It's just once in a while they'll do a run on one of the stupid streets for some stupid reason, and
It's cool when they do like I got the TFC Defensor, and they add stuff like
that Streetwise is a gorgeous set.
Streetwise, exactly, like the PD, the police department, whatever. But when they add the G1 details, that's what I don't like. So I hate wasting money on a full set of stickers and knowing I'm not going to use the G1 details, but I'll use.
They're not cheap, are they?
No, they're affordable, but they're not cheap.
For like the other cars.
They could
you were
run
gonna-
from like $6 to like anywhere to like.
I have the stickers on
$15.
Metroplex. I use the repros on my Metroplex. I didn't use the stock stickers. I think that set was like $35.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's a couple hundred stickers. It took me 8.5 hours.
Yeah, that's
So
a big. That's a
apply them
big
all?
piece.
I
You
know
know what?
Soundwaves was $22 for the Soundwave one.
Yeah, 'cause that had all the little ones for the cassettes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with Jay because sometimes they force too much of a G1 look. But that's great if you're a G1 collector, and that's what's so cool about it, that you can make your collection look the way you want it. So
And a lot of times they give you an option, like they have two different sets. One set for if you want it to look like this, one like Jetfire. Jetfire, they made one to look like the Veritech fighter. I don't know Macross or whatever the hell he's from, but to look like that figure, or you can make him look more G1. So there's two different sets. You can buy which one you want him to look like.
Well, and they have a purple set, like the Decepticon set too, don't they?
I don't know. Maybe. I know they have those too. Maybe that's an option on one of the other sets.
all I know is the website. I haven't been on the website in a while.
It's not Toy Hacks.
Pain in the ass to navigate.
It's still a pain in the ass to navigate.
They did update it.
They updated to more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
The new one doesn't bother me. It's pretty easy. And I have to give them credit. They're pretty quick at getting new sets out for these new figures that are dropping.
It's funny. I hear horror
backdrops
stories.
I have the backdrops in my detail. I don't know if they're coming through okay.
Oh, yeah.
I hear some people say they get it within a week. I hear people say it's been 3 weeks, it's been 4 weeks. They ship out of Canada, don't they?
They are a
Yeah.
Canadian company. So they ship out of Buffalo.
You know, Dust. I'll be honest. I've had 2 different experiences with them over the past year. I've just ordered faction symbols. Guess what? Autobot symbols. I ordered a set about, I guess, a year ago, and it took literally, like, I emailed them and asked them where the hell's my shit, because it was like 3 weeks. And then I ordered some, like, I think a month ago, and they came in like, I mean, it was like 4 days. It was
Well,
ridiculous.
they now shipping out of Buffalo, so.
I mean, I get it. Sometimes they have to wait for the next run if they run out, to make the next set. I get
when
have
you
to wait
can
a
tell
little bit
people
longer.
that. You can tell people.
Well,
that.
of course you can. But come on, Chris, where are we? What day and age you live in, man?
I've never waited more than a week.
I
Yeah,
live in a
it's,
day and age when I have customers that are demanding and want to know where their shit is, and I expect the same kind of service.
Exactly, man. I get you. I get you.
it takes exactly 1 week every time from when I order it to get it.
A lot of times it's not their fault, though. If they mail it on time, sometimes it's a wonderful USPS.
Oh, I understand that. No, and then there's obviously
And they're sending it in an envelope. I mean, it literally.
Well, you know what?
They literally come in an envelope.
Here's
That's
my
the
argument.
beauty of their business.
If you're gonna charge me priority mail prices, then fucking send it priority mail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether it's in an envelope, whether it's in a fucking box, if you're gonna charge me the same price as a priority box ship,
Yeah, this is the crappy silver stuff I was
Yeah.
talking about.
then
Yeah.
fucking send it
And
priority.
these are the
and
these are
get
the
it here.
freebie stickers.
Yep.
I wanted to get a set for my Hercules. Not that I was gonna use all of them, but the set really makes Hercules pop. Really it really looks great.
That chest wing looks really good.
I wish they would put out like a group set at a
Yeah, you break it down, it's like another $50, man. It's like,
I think it was more. It was like
It's
65 or
$7 or
$70.
$8 each, at least.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it can be more. Like this Feral Rex set's gonna all in is probably costing me like $60.
But I guess if you're already all in for the figure like that, the set, you might as well. If you really like the way it looks, some people don't like to put the stickers on say like $100 figure, or to put it on like something I wasn't saying, or a masterpiece figure, something like that. They don't want to really put a sticker on that because you don't know if you want to change the whole look of the figure.
I say if you want to test it, if you have a brainstorm, buy the brainstorm set because that set is fantastic.
Well, a Hasbro figure, yeah. But when you're dealing with third party and $150,
It's a lot easier pill to swallow when you're paying $100-something for the figure to spend $8 on stickers.
Yeah, just to make it look a little bit better.
But if you want to test them, I'm saying, if you want to test them and you haven't used them before and you have a brainstorm, buy that set and test it. See if you like it.
Cool.
That's a good set.
So speaking of figures, did anybody happen to see the oversized Uranus set that was reviewed online recently?
By what?
Yeah, exactly. The oversized Uranus.
I'll show you my anus.
Chris, you got an oversized anus? What?
Speaking of figures, guess who got that figure in for review?
Yeah, exactly. No,
Wonder who.
the funny thing about that, guys, is it came with 4 jets, and the 5th item is a repainted Warbotron Blastoff that somehow works with that set.
I thought so. I thought that was Blast Off.
Wow.
That's what it is. It's
I thought that was-
Warbotron Blastoff.
Isn't it a little
It's
oversized too?
glorious.
Let me tell you,
Fine.
it is simply spectacular.
Sir Toys
It's
did
cracking.
it again by sending me this glorious set.
It came in a brown box with no packaging. It was cracking.
So I'll call that Pinkerton style. If I could buy all my toys that way, that's how I'd buy them.
Wrapped in newspaper.
wrapped in
I've
newspaper.
been waiting my
Yeah.
whole life for this
A little
knuckle.
bit of twine on top.
Yeah, they can tie it up in butcher paper and send it to me. Pack it in dry ice with some fucking some cod or something.
Sam the Butcher style, Hey, Alice, I got your meat. Right
yeah.
here.
Yeah. The pork franks. Oh goodness.
Jesus
All right.
Christ, where are we going with that?
I don't know. I was shitting all over packaging again. So we got a couple topics for our panel tonight. The first one, and this is stuff I think that you guys came out of NJCC. First one is, how does third party influence Hasbro's decisions? Obviously, I think Combiner Wars is a direct response to the popularity of third-party combiners.
Especially Devastator with him being the biggest.
Sure.
I can tell you what Aaron Archer said personally at TFCon last year or last year.
Inside scoop.
So
Yes.
So take it as take it as a grain of salt. But this was from his mouth. Like this wasn't a rumor. But at the panel, the Q&A panel, he clearly said third party has zero effect on Hasbro. Hasbro makes the decisions they want. All they do with third party is collect information, throw it in a binder, and just observe what they're doing. It has absolutely no influence on their decisions.
And that's the politics. That's politics talking. He's full of shit because Hasbro would not have released fucking Combiner Wars if.
Well, to be fair, Hasbro knows that we wanted combiners for a long time.
Exactly, and
Well,
they know that we're willing to pay $500 or $600 for a combiner.
Yeah, well, third party just told them that we're willing to pay the money.
So they used fucking third party, and I heard this from another podcast. I think it was SCU. They used third party to do their market research to fucking to gauge interest in these combiners.
Yeah, but don't you think, like, with now third party getting so good, a perfect example of this is that Ironhide. There's a lot of debate about that, because I think where Hasbro and Takara are coming from is like, look, we're the official, we're going to put it out even if a third party company's already done it and people are going to buy it up. But I think, or don't you think, that's starting to change? I do, and I think that Ironhide is proof of that some people are going to be like, you know what, fuck the Takara one, it looks like shit, I'm going to get one of these third party ones and I don't need it anymore. I mean, so now they're starting to lose ground in that regard.
I don't know. I think people are still going to buy Takara anyway. I mean, like, I will say I like the Voodoo one just a little bit more, but I'm still going to get the Takara one.
Well, you got people that are really loyal to the brand, and that's great.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think ultimately everybody wants to buy official, but you just don't always have that option.
Maybe some people don't feel comfortable buying or paying the prices for a third-party figure, especially after seeing so many train wrecks online or stories. And if you're a if you're a Hasbro guy and you've been buying Hasbro your whole life and you buy, I'm buying Apollyon, and you got Apollyon, and there was those little bit of issues or problems, of course you're just going to be, it's going to kill you. I'll never buy another third-party figure again. But for third-party guys, it's like, it wasn't too bad.
I've said this many times. Apollyon, good, bad, or otherwise, was the gateway for a whole new group of collectors to get involved in third-party.
Well, yeah, that's why I used that as an example.
And like I said, good, bad, or otherwise, because we're all involved in probably more Facebook Transformer groups than we care to mention, and for like 2 months, that's all anybody talked about. I got it and I hate it. I got it and I love it, because apparently everyone had different QC issues or didn't have any at all. And it would be interesting to take a poll of just collectors in general.
Well, you could tell your
first purchase. What was your thoughts? Will you buy another one?
You could tell the haters because the fucking list went on forever.
Right.
Those are the haters. Those are the fire starters.
I don't like judging stuff before it comes out like that. Like, I don't like people that that are 100% Hasbro or 100% third party. Like, wait till the figure comes out, have it in your hand.
My new stock response about what do you think about this, that party. My stock response is I buy the best representation of the characters I want and don't give a damn whose name's on the box.
Yeah, I agree with that. Exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
I said that in a video I made on YouTube a while ago. I'm not a Hasbro or a Takara or whatever Kenner fan. I'm a Transformers fan.
Did you say Kenner? Did you say Kenner?
Kenner made Beast Wars.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
So I will buy the best representation.
Got him.
20 years ago.
That's right.
I will buy the best representation, of a character or a figure that I want, because I'm more of an engineering person. Like, I'll take better engineering over better aesthetics, but I will take the best figure I can get, no matter who makes it. Like, I knew Apollyon wasn't going to be great. I said it, last NJCZ to Rob was asking. He was like, what do you think about it? What do you think about Apollyon? I'm like, beware.
We all knew there was going to be some issues, man.
Yeah.
We all
I still bought
We
it.
knew who was making it. So there had to be issues.
My response to that was, have you played with Ollie?
Well, that thing looks. That's what I was just gonna say. Is that thing?
Ollie.
It looks good.
I
though.
love my Ollie.
Ollie looks great. Ollie
Yeah.
looks fantastic. You touch it and it feels like a piece of tissue paper.
So,
Well,
go ahead.
no, what I was just going to say is I think the next opportunity for those, we've gotten way off topic here, but I think
Poor Ollie.
I think the next figure for those, we'll call them new. I don't want to call them newbies, but new people to third parties that bought Megatron or Apollyon rather, will be the re-release of Shock Blast, Quake
Yeah.
Blast, Quake
Yeah.
Wave, whatever the fuck his name is. The fans
Shock
toys
Blast.
Shockwave. Yeah.
That's the new variant. That's going to be the Alabama Slammer variant.
There is a Quake
Party
that
Blast.
other party, but I think the fans toys Quake Wave will be the next kind of gateway for people to get, the third party figures in their hands.
Well, fan
Yeah.
toys, you can't compare nothing to fan toys. And
Well,
like
no,
we were just
no, they won't.
we were discussing, like, when it comes to scale, how's the scale to MP10? That's always how the question is. When it comes to quality on a third-party figure, how's the quality compared to Quake Wave? So, Fans Toys really set a standard.
And I think Chris has a point. If new collectors were introduced to third party by Apollyon, and now they see Quake Wave coming back out, they're gonna quickly stay on that third party track and jump on Quake Wave, because they're gonna want something that Takaro's not giving them,
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
going to be
spoiler
good
alert.
quality. Everybody knows that it's good
Well,
quality.
it could go the other way too. It could be like, well, I got burnt on this piece of shit. I'll never buy another third party again, and they'll
Right.
never see the positive side of buying third party figures.
That's why I hate that Apollyon came out the way it did to the masses, because I think it could have made our third party a whole lot more emphasis on giving us the characters they want than
Sure. 'Cause
900
more people are
900
buying it. They're going to start doing a little bit more.
Right.
Mafia Toys is doing one now.
Instead we get 9,000 Dinobots.
Well, like I
Hell
said,
yeah.
as third party
That-
collectors, though, it wasn't this
combined.
train wreck that everybody's making it out to be. It's just that these people just were not used to dealing with certain QC issues when it comes to third party figures, and it's sickening that we pay that much money and we're used to that. Like
Well,
I tell a lot of people, it's amazing what you're used to, what you can get used to.
We were talking about that at lunch with Ronan.
Yeah.
They, Hasbro or Takara does a run of 100,000 figures. If they find a little problem, they're not going to put out 100,000 bad figures that they have to recall. They put out 2,000 or 3,000 Apollons. Then there's a lot more room for QC issues to crop up, and they're not going to go back and fix them when they're barely they're making their money, but they're not making the kind of money Hasbro makes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the point I made at lunch yesterday too is 4 or 5 years ago, you wouldn't see these kind of QC issues with third party because they were trying to get people to buy their shit.
Now there's so many companies.
Now it's just so much shit, and they fucking know they're fat, dumb, and happy right now because everybody's buying their shit,
And
no
now
matter what it is.
I really wish I could do the Oscar third-party voice right now, but you dumb Americans.
fucking Fans Project is the biggest fucking culprit right now.
We reel you in. We reel you in with good stuff. Now we don't give you good
They
stuff.
got us. They got us by our fucking testicles.
Well, that's why I love MMC. MMC, they started off garbage. Their first figure was the Hearts of Steel Optimus. That thing was plagued with problems, and they just basically said, "Fuck it, we screwed up. Let's move on to the next figure." And they put out Cyclops, and that thing is gorgeous.
Well, that had issues too, right? With the
That had
tabs
issues.
and all that.
Yeah, that was more because in order to get that again, like I've said this before, in order to get that alt mode into that bot mode, it's not really realistic.
Sure.
So the clearances were like this, and in order to get things in.
Yeah, I love the whole concept of that. That's when I first started getting back into collecting and found the third-party figures. I thought it was great.
So going back to top.
So, Tolly, let's turn the wheel back this way.
Going back on topic.
We're on the road.
So I mean that the question I posed was, how does third party influence Hasbro? And I think the answer is Hasbro's really paying attention to what's going on, and whether or not they'll ever admit it, they're not going to give us exactly what we want, but they'll kind of point in that direction.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to
Yeah, I don't think they would have gone in the direction that they're going right now if it wasn't for third party.
I agree.
No, it'd be interesting to see what you think we'd be getting rehashed movie figures or some.
No,
third party had
those
come
things
about
would clog shells, and they know it.
Well, isn't it like a 2-year cycle for them?
It's about 2 years.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they're speeding it up now that they don't have to do anything for the next 3 because they're going to use the same 5 molds. But
Bazinga.
And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not a Hasbro hater. I'm really happy they went in this direction because now I have individual bots that I can put on my chug shelf and have my third-party combiners on my combiner shelf.
Why don't you do this? It's cheaper to buy a box of mirrors and just put a bunch of mirrors on your shelf around all over the place and take 4 figures in, like the House of Mirrors whole thing, and there you go. There's your collection.
Nice.
See what I did?
Right.
I'm gonna work on that.
All right, great.
All right, guys, our last topic, and this is something you guys had said had come up at the NJCC ROC get-together.
Yeah, shout out to Ronan Kaufman. This is a good topic, and
Jay,
his
I'm gonna
son
let you-
Logan. By the way, Logan, we're working on that Santa Claus Transformer. So.
Hey, go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna let you lead on this one.
Oh, okay. So Ronan brought up the 30-year cycle, and I've heard this talked about before, but he brought up some really good points. The 30-year cycle has to do with okay, so 30 years ago the show came out, right?
G1.
And G1, and at this point there are fans making the toys. If you think about it, right? Because now they are professionals, they're working for Hasbro, and now there is a lot of love getting put into the design of the action figures. That's why you're getting such good representations on the
That's why
shelf.
we're getting like Skylinks.
Yes, exactly. So we're getting love for G1, whereas 30 years ago, 25 years ago, it was people working on these toys and this show that just were introduced to it by concepts, you know? So, I mean, he made a really good point, and then we talked about the next generation is coming up soon. The new 30-year cycle is going to be Beast Wars.
Ugh.
So how do you guys feel about that? You know, I mean, well, think about how do you guys feel about both? You know, how do you feel about the new love coming out for Transformers because the right people are designing them now, and soon we are going to be getting the next generation of designers getting on board.
That means the fandom's going to go downhill in about, what, 3 years when Unicron Trilogy hits?
Oh boy.
Hey,
That's when I start looking for my third-party pound puppy.
Yeah.
With
if we get a new Unicron, I'm
full
happy.
articulated tail, you know.
We'll get a masterpiece Armada Optimus Prime, right?
Hell,
Yeah.
I'd be down for
Right.
that.
I wouldn't be down for that. I wouldn't be down for like a masterpiece Demolisher.
Well, I don't have no worries. I'll be fucking dead by then, so all good.
Well, I think
Jeez.
I think that it's a good thing that there are people designing the stuff that have passion for the product. I think that's good for anything.
Yeah.
It's good for the automotive industry. It's good for collectibles, toys, what have you. But you know, the Beast Wars thing. Obviously, those people who are into Beast Wars, are they going to want to make products of what they remember from their childhood? Because everybody has a G1, whether it was G1, whether it was G2, whether it's Beast Wars, Beast Machines, Unicron Trilogy,
God, I feel bad
whatever.
for the people with Beast Machines as the G1.
Wow.
Well, you know, everybody got introduced to the fandom at some point in time, and obviously we have all different ages on here, and all different ages in our group, and all different ages watching this. So at some point in time, you were introduced to Transformers or G.I. Joe or He-Man or whatever, and whichever version that came out is what you remember fondly. And I think a lot of the reason we do this is it gives us the warm and fuzzies of being a kid. You know, it's a new version of what we liked when we were children.
And we have the money now, you know what I mean? We have the
Yes.
money. We are the working people,
Us,
the working class collector. So we are going to spend the money right now on the G1 representations because that's what we like. That's what we're in this fucking hobby for. Just wasting our fucking money on fucking plastic fucking toys, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So
Yes, sir.
and again in 5 or 10 years the working class collector is going to be a Beast Wars generation, you know?
And what I'll say about that, like I never watched Beast Wars, but coming from G1 and the figures that we are getting are awesome. Like I think they're good representations. I'm into them. So even though I won't be into Beast Wars, you get those people that are coming up that'll be fans, and they'll make good figures for those people. So it's just going to affect me as a collector because you know. But at that point, you know, you got to figure. I'm with Dust. I think I'll be happy to be alive.
Well, you know, I think that the G1 fandom is so strong that we will continue to get better and better versions of these characters that we want until at some point in time, we'll all have to say, no, that's the one I need. I mean, like if somebody came out with a new Masterpiece, unless it was the official release, if another third party came out with a Masterpiece blaster, it would have to really knock the socks off that transistor I have for me to drop any more money. Because for sitting on my shelf, that ain't going to get no better. Is the paint falling off? It sure as shit is. But am I playing with it every day? No. If I was playing with it every day, I'd be really upset. But across the room, sitting on the shelf there, it looks fucking amazing.
And as long as the comics is going to start influencing what I think to be like the third generation of third-party figures is all going to be comic-oriented. I mean, you've done all the show stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what Market Toys is doing.
I just want to interject here real quick with this transistor, and Ronan made a point about it. You know, the one major thing that turned him off, there's a few, but one thing was the head not being able to up and down, just back and forth. And here's the same company, and I got transistor right here, and pretty decent head articulation. Same company.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that? Sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic there, but I just had it in my hand and
Yeah, you just had to poop on our parade. Thanks.
I felt I had to say that. Because I didn't know. I didn't want anybody to start talking about fucking Masterpiece Cybertron figures, and then we're going into that. So I got to nip it in the bud. And I didn't know the ears were articulated. Holy shit!
Yeah, they go in and out or side to side.
Wow.
And you have a whole nother head you can put on it too. That's what she said.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh.
But I mean, there's just so many more characters that can come out for.
Well, you know what? No matter how good a figure is, we're not going to be happy anyway. So who gives a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
It's just us. It's just us as Transformer collectors, as the douchebags that we are, man. It could be the perfect, most beautiful thing in the world, and 12% of us won't like it, 60% won't like it, the rest will be on the fence. Another one will come out, it'll be the total opposite, you know?
Right. Yeah, there's still a lot, and plus too, I mean, there's still a lot left. I know, you know, you can make a couple like Astro Train. You got a couple of different ones out there now. I haven't bought either of them, and I'm not happy with either one. So if another company came along, I would go for that.
You sir are wrong.
You're very wrong.
Wrong.
Chega!
You sir are also wrong.
Uh-huh.
There are so
I'm on the J. Roos parade.
there's so many untapped resources out there, and that's why I was kind of excited. Not that I'm a big fan of like when they came out with Victory Saber. Shout out to Victory Saber in the chat.
Star Saber.
Oh, sorry. Different one. See, I know nothing about that fucking line, but
Victory Saber, Star Saber, and Victory Leo combined.
It's an untapped resource that they really should look into, because there's guys like you who are really big into that, and I know there's a huge fan base.
Victory is actually really big in Japan.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised they haven't done more.
You know, honestly, I said this a couple of years ago, and like I said, I'm not the biggest guy that knows much or into it, but I wouldn't mind seeing it, not for me to buy, but for them to tap that resource and really start, you know, maybe bringing it further, you know?
I want them to do all the damn primes. I want to see a Masterpiece Star Convoy. I want to see a Masterpiece Sky Gary. I want to see a Masterpiece Grandis.
And I think
Leo Prime coming out.
Mark, I think you'll get those official figures in Masterpiece before we'll see some of the stuff that we're scratching our heads about.
Absolutely, you'll get that before you get like a Masterpiece Blaster for sure.
Yeah, we won't get the original 13, but we'll get all these weird ass fucking Japanese characters. But you know, and we discussed it yesterday, and I think Mark, you said that that whole pick the Masterpiece figure was
great. They had right? They had that design done before that poll even went out. They just wanted to judge because like they had Fort Max, Armada, they were
There's all the different Optimuses.
They had all the different primes,
the
and they just
Super Fire
wanted to
Convoy.
see where the, where the fans, where the, I mean, how much interest there was in all of them, all the different primes.
Now,
Fort
do you
Max
think?
was on,
Now,
he was on the very bottom. They knew everyone knew that was gonna be like an $800 figure, so they knew they didn't even vote for him.
Now, do you think that this was like a test to see, maybe testing the waters, that maybe that this might be a
100%.
resource they'll go towards?
100%.
Because you're saying that it's a huge, very huge fan base in Japan.
I think Victory is the biggest fan base out of all of the G1 shows. There was like 5 or 6 G1 shows in Japan. I think Victory is like their favorite.
Interesting.
So where in order does Victory come in?
Okay.
The last of the series.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Super
Just
Robot
kidding.
Life. Super Robot Life.
Fuck you, Dent.
You're not the panelist we want. You're the one we deserve.
See what you did there.
Super
Preach
Robot
on,
Life
preacher.
Form Transformers. That's season 1 and 2. They never got the movie, but they got Scramble. They got a 20-minute thing called Scramble City, which is
Yeah,
really good.
I actually have that on DVD.
Yeah,
It is great.
that's really dope. I really enjoyed that.
Because they had to bridge that gap between season 2 and 3, and they didn't
Yeah,
have
they
the
didn't
so
have
they
the
did-
movie there,
Right,
right?
so they did Scramble City. Then it was Transformers 2010, which was season 3 and 4. Then that led into Headmasters. Headmasters went into Trojan Master Force, or Super God Master Force, which then went into Victory, which then went into Zone. And Zone was one produced episode,
Yeah.
but there was 5 kind of produced that never got shown and never really made it out there, but they might be like, on a VHS tape in somebody's attic in Japan somewhere. But there was manga for it, so there is a story for Zone.
Oh, so where it didn't continue with say the show, there was a
There was a manga after the fact, and they had a story for Zone.
manga.
And then after that, there was toy lines. It was like this is I don't know if you'll be able to see it. This was Return of Convoy. Just you probably can't make it out. So where the hell did it go? There. The Return of
Oh
Convoy.
yeah, I can see it right there. I can see. Yeah.
Really
so
small.
I can read that. I know exactly what you're saying, right?
There
From
was like
reading that.
there was like 3 or 4 toy lines after Zone, but they didn't have. They might have had manga for a storyline, but there was more toy lines after that.
You know what? I would really like to touch on this subject a little bit more in the future, and this is something where we maybe could get Ace on and we get Victory Saber on here, who's a huge fan of the whole Japanese and the Brave series and all that, to really chop it up and kind of teach someone like me, and other fans like me who really don't know much about it.
Brave is the only thing I still gotta watch Brave.
So what was Brave? Was that like a?
That was a Takara show that had nothing to do with Transformers, but it was Transformer molds. Like
Okay.
they used the toys and the likenesses for the show. But that's just like there was a repaint of six shot called Brave Shadow Maru. He was blue. It was actually all plastic. There was no die cast or anything in it. And then like in the show, he only had 3 modes, but the toy was literally 6 shot, so it had 6 modes.
So you're saying it's a KO?
Kind of.
You're
But it's
saying
official.
Brave was the KO version of?
Pretty much. If you saw that picture I put on Instagram of the Red Death Stars, that's a character called Red Geist. That's a Brave figure. If anybody has the KFC Bad Chicken Tetra Barbosa, that's Captain Shark. He's from Brave. That's an original figure.
Sancho.
Captain Shark!
Guys, we got some comments real quick, or not comments, in the chat. Talking about this topic of Beast Wars and G1. Victory Saber 77 says it'll never happen. The G1 characters continue to get recycled through the years. I don't see a huge Beast Wars push.
I guarantee you will have Masterpiece Beast Wars after Beast Convoy.
Let's see. Agent Kid Matt says, "How's that bad chicken dust?" Ramjet 702 DC says, "There's still characters they haven't touched from G1. Beast Wars, I don't believe will be that big of a hit as it was in the 90s."
Wait, Bad Chicken, is he talking about the 20 wings that you tried to eat yesterday, or the...
What about the half a chicken strip he ate, Agent Kid Matt?
I wasn't on the other side of the table, so I didn't
He
know
had a
what he had.
big plate of chicken fingers. He had like half of one. He was full.
He likes to overpay for things.
Obviously.
Except when it comes to chaos.
We should send him a pair of shoes to go with the Scoria.
Yeah, how are those boots? That's what I was gonna say.
So
I love how my MP Grimlock is the same height as Scoria. Too bad Matt can't say the same thing.
Oh, it's too soon.
Wah, wah, wah.
We
So
love you, Matt.
Victory Saber says he wants to see a Masterpiece Super Megatron and Ultra Megatron, Battlestar's Return of Convoy.
I don't know what any of that
That's
is.
the obscure. That's the late stuff.
Yeah, and
That's
then
like Grassman at Straws stuff.
and then Eric Tron says he wants to see a Masterpiece Power Master Optimus Prime.
God Jinrai.
There you
That'd
go.
be kinda-
God Jinrai.
There you go.
I want a damn Victory Leo so bad. Oh.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
See, like I said, this is just a whole nother topic, you know.
Yeah.
We could definitely do another show sitting on this because there's maybe I gotta do some more homework, man. I really.
Well, you
gotta.
know, I've got
You should.
I got the Headmaster series from Daniel.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed that. What I haven't had a chance to watch. It's actually got me interested in those.
Good
In
thought.
those
The Headmaster series makes so much more sense than what we got. We got aliens
Yeah.
that go into a suit that crunch up and become a head.
But do you know the best
Or a
part of what
target
we got?
master.
You know the best part about that Japanese series?
What's that?
Head on.
Head on!
Head on.
Head on!
You know, I
Head on!
love the Headmaster series. I tried Master Force. I got a few episodes in.
See, the problem with Japanese G1 is it takes so long
To get
before the
good,
story
right?
starts.
Yeah.
It takes, even Headmasters, the first 7 episodes was the end of Transformers 2010. So you had Soundwave and Blaster dying and becoming.
Yeah, that was
Sound Blaster.
fantastic. Right off
And
the
then-
bat, you
Yeah.
had that.
But you didn't have a single Headmaster for 8 or 9 episodes.
Yeah.
And then Rhymes is like, I'm going out into space to have my new adventures. You become the new Prime, and then he flies off into space with.
I gotta tell you, man, the Stars Singapore. I said it once before. The dubs were
Yeah, that was-
incredible, man. New Soundwave, come here.
Billy.
Wow,
We're gonna call him New Soundwave. Well, because the old Soundwave got killed. I said, I got what you're doing there, buddy. You know, there's Wally and Billy
And
and
Sparkle.
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 The Matrix was called the Power Pack.
Who is Sparkle?
Sparkle was Spike.
Yeah, Spike.
Sparkle was Spike. And you know, I read something. I used to have the old VHS tapes that I bought online. This was in the '90s when I first heard about this. Really bad dubs, but you know, it was the '90s, pre kind of like the internet. You know, the internet just got started. There was no YouTube. There was no medias like that. So
Was it copied over a bunch of old Who's the Boss episodes?
yeah, it was bad, man. You got the rainbow line over here.
Oh,
You gotta adjust your tracking. But,
Tony Danza bled through every once in a while.
But it was really fun to watch. It was a continuation.
In the shower.
It's like a really bad old Shaw Brothers karate flick where everybody sounds the same. You're gonna fight me? Oh, I'm gonna fight you. That's basically what it was. And the way they had but the story was great. It was like about these warriors that returned. It was the headmasters and.
It's funny that you say that because nobody. I thought I was the only person that actually liked Headmasters. Everybody shits on it.
Oh,
Really?
I love it.
I love Headmasters. The
Now,
whole six-shot storyline.
Every time I talk about it with somebody, Headmasters suck. All
Well,
about Master Force.
you know what really did?
On!
It was Wheelie
switch
and
heads.
Danny through the whole show.
Okay, I have a question. about Headmasters, guys. When they switch heads, is the head the character
Yeah,
or
okay.
is the body the character?
Okay.
Then
That
that's
was
the
gonna
kid.
be your shit
Oh,
to me.
let Ace
So
explain this.
this,
And what did it accomplish?
so
They got
Scramble
stronger.
City, baby, Scramble City.
Headmasters are from the planet Master, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I wonder how they got that name. So this is. Well, this isn't Brainstorm. This is the repainted Brainstorm. To say this is Brainstorm. So this is Brainstorm. This is a vehicle for Brainstorm called a Transtector. So when this guy needs, so they, like in the fiction, they have to train for 10 years or a million years, whatever the hell time they picked. They decided in order to drive. It's not like, oh, I'm a headmaster, I can drive it. Boom. Like they have to train.
Yeah,
to
10
do it.
years,
Wait.
1 million years. That's close enough.
Oh,
They
yeah,
transform their
hold on.
robots. 10 years, a million years.
Wait,
means
wait,
nothing
wait,
to
wait.
them.
Wait, where did this all come from? Because this isn't the show that I watched.
No, yeah, hold up.
You watched the dubs.
The Headmasters.
yeah,
is
I
the
do-
former Cybertronians, right?
I do have the subtitle DVD set,
This
but
is
I didn't get real far because
That's
it's
why.
really
This
goddamn.
is probably mid mid-show they explain all the details of it.
Well, I'm on vacation this week. What am I doing tomorrow? We're gonna start with DVD 1.
Excellent.
And
By-
next week,
By next month, you'll be up to DVD 2, and you'll finally start with the actual.
no, I'll finish it this week, and then we can talk about it next week. I'm doing my homework, and I'm gonna be next week. I'll be on point.
So Dan has a good question. Who's the Cybertronian?
Yeah, because I could swear the headmasters
They're
came from
technically
Cybertron. They're
not
like,
Cybertronian. They're from Planet Master. If they're descendants of Cybertron, they never explain that. Or at least I don't remember. if
that's
they
what I
explained
thought it was. And they,
Well,
they
you see,
needed
those
bodies
guys
to
went into a
adapt.
ship called the Lost Light, and they
That's
went out.
fine.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, the guys in the Lost Light went out to go find these guys, which were the
Yeah, but then there was a
headmasters.
paradox where when the ship blew up, 2 ships were formed, and that's how
Yes.
Rewind got
They
back.
fell through a
Yes.
rift, and they came out through my toilet, and then Wookiee chased them around the apartment, and then the episode ended. There you go.
So this
Nice.
is the consciousness. This is the actual person,
Okay,
and then
so
he
the
drives
person-
this called a transtector, and that's why when they switch bodies and stuff, they're just driving somebody else's. It's like driving somebody else's car. It's the same. It has no
Yeah.
effect
How
on them
does
personally.
how does that work out for insurance?
We're getting nerdy, guys.
We are. This is Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
so-
I have like 2,000 Transformers. I'm a fucking nerd. What I
No.
do.
All right. Let me-
Ace, really, please speak on it, man. This is great. School is in session.
No, that is good stuff, and I appreciate you sharing it. And I think we should in the future plan to do a Japanese special. I need Oscar's
That
got to be
was
on that.
terrible.
You know,
It was.
What
that
the
was
fuck
you
is
know-
that? I just went
hold
to a
on, hold
convention
on.
and bought
I
a
got-
Japanese Transformer. I'm a fucking nerd.
You know, we have sometimes we think about we kick it around about titles of the show. That one's going to be Head On.
Head on. For sure. For
Balls
sure.
on.
All right. Let's move on. I got a couple more things we want to do before we round up. Ed, can I get a screen share over here?
Whatever you like, sir. Where
Real
are
quick,
you?
the same thing is true of the Brain Masters and all the Masters, except for the Target Masters. The Target Masters actually got fused to them. Like the Brain Masters and any other kind of Master, it's actually that's the consciousness, and everything else is the Transtector.
Yeah.
All right. You got me up there, Ed.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So Jisk, you want to give us a little info, a little backstory on what we're looking at here?
What are we looking at?
What are we looking at, brother?
Oh, are we not screen
You should
sharing?
probably
No,
hit the
this
screen
is
share
Chris.
button.
His name is PNKR10. He is a dude named Chris.
He's wearing an ROC
He's wearing. He's got a headset on with a microphone that he's talking into.
That's right. Let's try it. now.
With a banging
Now we're
ass,
looking
a banging
into the
ass Realm of Collector shirt.
Is it showing up now?
Yeah, we can see it.
There we go. All right, Jisk, tell us a little bit about what we got going on.
All right. So right when the Realm of Collector shirts that everyone just purchased recently dropped, Chris had come and asked me about possibly doing an ROC shirt. Just background, for those of you that don't know, Jisk One. I'm into graffiti. That's my graffiti name is Jisk, and so he asked me about doing an ROC shirt in the graffiti style, and this is what I came up with, and then mocked it up on a shirt. And
Hey, Chris, can you hit the magnify a little bit? Bring up the logo.
Yeah.
And the way I mocked this up too, I mean, it has shadows, so you'll see some of the shadows of the shirt are
That's just
hard
dope.
to see, but
Does it
I
say
don't know if that's
S or what's that
no,
last
just
one?
ROC. It's just like a little bit hanging off of the
Dan,
the C.
Looks like an S
me
to
being
me.
in the graffiti arts back in the day, also it's quite easy to read, but I can see where Dan thinks looks like an S.
Like any kind of font, which is really what graffiti comes down to, you're gonna have something hanging off, which is called a serif. So in graffiti, it's just funk. You have these extra little bits that come off of it, and it's
You got to understand this. It's got to be able to stand up. Like if it was something that was there, if it really existed and it was three-dimensional, you'll have to have it where it's, you know what I mean, where you could stand it up and then it goes down across. You know what I would think would be dope, like in a nice hand style underneath, hashtag Realm of Collectors.
oh yeah, that would
You know, or just Realm of Collectors or something like that on the bottom would, in a hand style, would be really dope.
And some lens flares.
yeah.
Oh, no, there's a logo right there.
They're
on
in
the
there.
O.
They're in
There's a
there.
lens flare on the
There's a
O
tiny-
on the bottom of the
JJ.
O.
Oh yeah, there it is.
If anybody needs lens flare out there, just call J Rose. He's on point with the lens
We've
flare.
got 3 lens flares on, guys. So I wanted to share that. I'd asked Jessica about that kind of privately a while back, and he came through with that, and I was blown away, and I wanted to share that.
I got an idea. Let's put it out there in the forums and see what people think, and then maybe hit up a line of that, man. I know we got a lot of ideas for shirts, and we're gonna have a lot of.
Why are we talking about hitting up lines?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rails.
The line of shirts.
It's a popular thing.
A line.
What's funny about that design too is that you're talking about hitting other people up. Like to me that's a real simple. That's simple. That's a simple graffiti style. So my first two that I drew were just like I was like, oh, this is too much. They wouldn't be able to handle it. It was just too much. I had to tone it down.
Those simple sons of bitches. All they do is play with toys.
Jessica's doing throw up letters. He's doing bubble letters.
It got pretty out there. So
Whatever happened to Arial font? I don't get it.
Arial.
Where's that Comic Sans?
Comic Sans. You want Action Force font? So, guys, I wanted to mention this also. I founded the Autobot Clique after the reformation of the Decepticon Clique by Rolling Steel and Dust Mites and Stag Six Shot. And I've handed off the responsibility to Mr. Jisk here, who is how do you say it? Jabotron?
Jabotron. I rip off of Warbatron. Just put a J in there.
All right.
Oh, he's
I straight up KO'd it.
He knocked it off.
He's a third party.
So
third party.
We made the announcement today. He's taken over as the day-to-day operations for the Autobot Clique. As we've started doing this and some other stuff for the ROC, I've really focused my attention on that and wanted to get the right person in there to help grow that group. Obviously a part of the ROC. I think that's a real cool thing for him to step up. So thanks very much, Jisk, for taking that on.
No problem. Thank you for letting me do it. I just want to say just a quick thing about that. Expect to see anybody that is in it. Expect to see, there'll be an official like code of conduct, qualifications. I think just because of the. Oh, am I still there?
Yeah.
You're still
Oh, it looked like Dan was frozen. Sorry, I don't know if I thought maybe.
I've been having issues.
But so there'll be the official qualifications, a code of conduct. I want to just check and see who's active out there, so it'll kind of get a little bit more official.
Right on.
Because Chris has been slacking on his duties. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying.
Fucking slacker.
It's expanding.
That was
It's
a
growing
backhand.
to this level.
You should renege the fucking
All right,
title you just gave him.
all right, Mr. Independent, come on now. You don't have a hashtag in your. No, I'm kidding. But also, don't forget if you have any Decepticon Clique inquiries, it's Agent Kid Matt's taking care of that now, and Lance Kindholz is taking care of the Cobra Command. So really trying to build the cliques up. Obviously part of the ROC, under the ROC umbrella. So if you guys have any questions about any of that, hit up pretty much any of us on here, but just Jibotron on IG for the Autobot stuff, and Asian Kid Matt for the Decepticon stuff. So.
Whoa! I didn't get that memo.
Oh, which one?
The Asian Kid Matt memo.
Oh, did you not?
No, I did not get that memo.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, then
We're
head
putting cover sheets on all our TPS reports.
Then hit up Dust Mites for all your.
We have Sean Decepticon, we got myself, we got Rolling Steel, Stag Shit.
It's Sean Decepticon. You know what? That's my bad. That's my bad. I totally blew that. Sorry, Sean Decepticon. Asian Kid Matt's doing the ROC Instagram. I'm sorry.
Asian Kid Matt's on your mind. What's up with that, bro?
I'm thinking
about Billy Bot.
I'm thinking about those KOs.
You must be hungry. You got Chinese food on your mind, son.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
that's pretty harsh.
Man.
My bad, guys. It's Sean Decepticon he runs the IG, but we got a whole group of guys here that do the Decepticon Clique. So, all right, guys, is that all we got for tonight? I take that.
Yeah, I take that awkward silence as a yes.
All right.
That was for Roddy Piper again.
That was Roddy Piper's second silence.
See, I worked in two, buddy. I worked in two.
You sure did. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. Let's tell everybody where you at. Harvey Dent, where are you at?
Instagram.
You don't even know anymore.
How many underscores is that?
Just
Wait,
two.
he had to flip a coin to see where he was.
Yeah.
was it good heads or bad heads?
That's what she
It's
said.
always good head.
Oh.
All right, Jisk, where you at?
If you want to follow my graffiti escapades, it's at Jisk1 on Instagram, and for Transformer-related stuff on Instagram and Facebook is at Jabatron.
Awesome. Mr. J. Ruse.
I am at JRuse on Instagram, and you can catch me on the Realm of Collectors Facebook page most part of the day.
All right, Mark.
At A Smilo everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Mama's house.
My mama's house. Your mama's house.
I made that joke and
At the
nobody
same-
laughed.
At the
Nobody
same
laughed
time.
either. All right, Dust.
Dust Mites, Instagram. I would say YouTube, but that channel's getting shut down. Whatever. But I want to tell everybody that everything from now on is going to be on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. We're going to have the ETR shows there, the Hangouts, which is coming out after this. We got an ROC Hangout, roughly around 10-ish. Come on in.
YouTube.com/Realm of Collectors, or
Well, they have YouTube hasn't given me the URL.
No URL?
The option to change the URL yet. I guess we have to work our way up to that, but it's easy to find. You just search on Realm of Collectors, will pop up right away. Unless it's Enter the Realm, and then you'll get like 16 heavy metal bands and medieval statues and stuff like that. But this is going to be the new format for our shows. I think it's better. It's something that we needed to do. It was just going to happen in time. I just didn't want it to happen this morning. First day of vacation, and I'm trying to quickly run around, try to get a new channel up, and then transfer everything over. It's been a fucking hassle all day, but for the community,
Thank you for that. Thank you, man.
the Hangouts will be on here. That's next. I'm going to get all the old Hangouts. I'll throw them on here. We have a interview show coming up. It's called the ROC Spotlight. We don't know if it's going to be weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. It matters on how many features we can get. We're starting to stockpile some features and maybe slow roll them out until we get a good amount going here, reaching out to other people to book people on for doing that. Basically, it's going to be just like a one-on-one with one reviewer and the guest, whatever. Short format, 20 minutes maybe, half hour the most. First one is we got the Cold Slither interview, myself, Nathan Haskell, Rolling Steel asked the questions, and we kind of did that one on the sneak. We couldn't record the audio, so we did it a live broadcast on the sneak, and I just downloaded the video and ripped it to audio. That should be up soon. We're going to coincide that with the album release, and I know I'm rambling on here, but I saw that, Chris. You think you're smart, huh? I just want to let people know where we're going with this. So this is the new home.
No, I got you. I'm just messing with you. Those of you at home.
I want to tell everybody I'm fucking beat, man. I've been going nonstop since fucking Friday.
Yeah.
I'm fucking exhausted, and you can tell I'm not really myself today. I'm kind of I'm really beat.
So big shout out to all you guys who represented the ROC over the weekend, whether at Skullface's get together and especially at the NJCC, man. Like I said, you guys, I was so proud to be part of this group when I looked at the Instagram and saw everybody repping on there. That was awesome. And I want to say special thanks to Dust Mites, man. You fucking killed yourself, not only this weekend, but today. I mean, you've been fucking King Hustle. Getting all this shit ready. I mean, at 7 o'clock this morning, we weren't even sure we were going to be able to put on a show, and here we are. So,
well, that's what I was worried. That's what I was
big round of
about.
applause.
Yeah, man. Good work, man.
For knocking it back.
Yeah. Flipper clap.
That's right. Get the flippers going.
Get your flippers up.
You kept us
All right.
rolling, bro.
Nah, thanks, man. But that was my main thing today, and I got a lot of people hit me up saying, "Relax, it's gonna be okay." Steele hit me up. He's like, I'm like, bro, after this weekend and talking to some people and seeing how positive the reaction to the show is and how everybody likes what we're doing and getting the community stronger and stronger, I don't want us to take a step back. I want to keep going forward. So I just wanted to make sure that we were up and ready. I don't care if I had to make up 17 aliases or pay money to get on like some sort of streaming account. It would have gotten done.
Right on.
Gotten done. And thank you guys, and thank the community, and thank everybody that's watching, because we do it for you. That's the payoff. What I heard this weekend was the payoff.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
guys. We'll have a hangout. We'll probably say about 10 minutes after 9. We'll get a hangout open.
Yeah, let's do
We can
about
hold-
10:15 or something like
Yeah,
that.
we can hold 10 people. So first 10 normally, and normally get a bunch of people knocking at the door. So we'll maybe try to rotate some people out.
We'll have the chat. We'll have the chat open, so
Right on.
it'll be broadcasted. So keep watching. You see somebody bounce out, try to get in there.
There you go. Thank you to our special guests tonight, Jabatron and Ace Milo. Appreciate you guys coming on tonight.
Thank
And
you,
everybody else. Everybody else out there, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. We'll catch you guys in the hangout in a little bit.
Thanks.
Later.
Later.
Ciao.
Shout